I really don't think there's anything left to say about Mean Girls. After 20 years, it has remained iconic and one of the most quotable movies ever made. A truly inspired look into the world of teenage girls of America and how they coexist with each other.
Boo, you whore.
With the adaptation of the Broadway version hitting theaters this year, because yes, it is a musical, don't let Hollywood fool you, I wanted to talk about the forgotten part of the Mean Girls legacy. Just hold up real quick, let me dig through here. Yep, they made a sequel. Produced by the short-lived Paramount Famous Productions, which shut down the same day as the TV premiere.
Coincidence? I think not!
This direct-to-DVD sequel features one singular returning cast member, with Tim Meadows back as Principal Ron Duvall. Joining him as the students is a random grab bag of Disney Channel actresses like Megan Martin from Camp Rock, Jennifer Stone from Wizards of Waverly Place, and Maeda Walsh from Cory in the House, and definitely not anything else. And with stellar ratings like what could go wrong? Like the original, the story follows the arrival of a student at North Shore High, but instead of the fish out of water Katie Heron, we get the too cool for school Joe Mitchell, who is
revs the motor of her stock car, hoping
to not crash and burn on the last lap of adolescence. Ignore the pigtails. I was more naive back then. This doesn't make me a loner with a highly evolved defense mechanism or anything. Okay, fine. It does.
not like other girls.
Do I look like most girls?
And because her only personality is that she builds cars with her dad,
Johnny Cage.
instead of nature documentary type narration, we get racing analogies.
To win the race,
You gotta be in the race. As my dad says, your racer is only as good as your pit crew. What if I wanted to forfeit the race because I didn't deserve to win?
Soon after classes start, the Mitchells come into some financial issues, and now Jo can't go to her dream school, Carnegie Mellon University, which I've now just found out is in fact a real place. Now how does Jo go about trying to fix this problem? Well, buckle in, because you will never be able to guess the asinine solution the movie comes up with. So there's this girl that Jo meets on her first day, Abby Hanover, and she's not the most popular person. She has this ongoing feud with her neighbor, Mandy Weatherly, who is the leader of this version of the Plastics and the Regina George substitute. Mandy finds out that Abby fed her dog from this Looney Tunes-ass snitching.
Oh my god! Who did that? Who fed Coco Chanel? It was Abby.
Abby did it.
So she breaks her ankle. And then the next day, Mandy gets mad at Abby again for parking in the handicapped space and proceeds to throw food in her face and paintball her car. What a mean girl! Now Jo, who isn't a psychopath, gives Abby a ride home and meets her dad. And after seeing how upset his daughter is, he has the brilliant idea to pay Jo to be Abby's friend. And not just pay anything, but pay for the entirety of her tuition.
What the fuck?
Alright, one, based on the childhood flashback montage Jo narrates over, it's pretty clear that Abby is such a loser because her parents keep spoiling her, which leads to Mandy getting jealous all the time. So this dude is a pretty shitty father who just tries to solve all of his problems with that sweet, sweet
Money.
And two, this is an insane offer for Jo to take. I know she's desperate to go to Carnegie Mellon, but this is a ridiculous situation to put yourself in, and
I figured, who would it hurt?
now that Jo is being Abby's friend and sticking up for her, Mandy and the Plastics start to interfere with Jo's life, which leads them to sneak into Jo's garage and put super glue on her scooter, and...
How are you?
well, okay. That was pretty good. This backfires and gives Jo the opportunity to show off how
Bad ass.
she is by driving her scooter through the halls and starting a Jackson Pollock fashion trend. Knowing that she has to take this up a notch, Mandy goes for a different approach. For context, Jo gets partnered up with this boy, Tyler, in her shop class, because his old partner died.
Well, we lost Mike to that circular saw incident.
Now off the bat, Jo has no real interest in him, especially after this interaction.
so we have to build a lame birdhouse. I guess you could decorate it.
They get one more unimportant scene together, and then BAM!
I figured I could enjoy a few other things North Shore had to offer. He could walk in late any day he wanted.
Huh? They not only had no chemistry before, but she actively seemed like she didn't like him. This 180 is so hard, she practically Tokyo drifted her way into a date with him, which is shown to us in this hilarious slideshow. And then the next day, Joe's cool girl dialogue is used against her when it's revealed that Mandy bugged the car. She then proceeds to publicly execute her.
Never kiss anyone? That's right. Joe Mitchell is a virgin.
Also, Tyler walks in with Mandy and doesn't seem surprised at all. Definitely seems like he knew what she was going to do, so it makes perfect sense that Joe would go back to not liking him after this. But then they throw in the wild twist that they're step-siblings.
What?
And then she goes back to liking him anyways. Yay! Mandy's tactic still doesn't really work because Joe and Tyler are official now, and there's also these girls who come and pay tribute to her. So the Plastics are back at it again. They decide to break into Joe's garage a second time and tamper with her dad's car. The engine is destroyed and Dad is real sad. Real quick though, Regina George never did anything this psychotic. She mostly just lied and spread rumors. Even she wouldn't stoop to the level of vehicular sabotage. It's really feeling like Mean Girl is an understatement for Miss.
No job, no income, no house, no JoJo.
Of course this pushes Joe to her limit, and she starts on her revenge quest to kill Mandy. After the big fuck you party to spite Mandy's birthday, the real war begins. The Plastics versus the anti-plastics.
Not very original, but it got the point across.
Alright, whatever. They start by attacking Mandy's lackeys, but Abby and Tyler notice a change in Joe, like she's becoming
Mini Mandy.
And now it is time for me to once again compare this to the original. When Katie Heron starts to act like Regina George, it makes perfect sense because she's been spending so much time with the Plastics and she's not used to high school life from being homeschooled. But here, Joe never liked Mandy, was never a part of the Plastics, and after what they did to her dad, it doesn't make sense for her to adopt this popular girl attitude. But Joe already likes to flip her feelings, why can't she flip her personality too?
What happened to that girl I met in shop class?
Now you have become the very thing you swore to destroy.
Joe has her identity crisis and then decides to give the money back to Abby's dad, despite her acceptance letter to Carnegie Mellon. But whoa, Mandy just so happened to be passing by. Knowing her, she's going to take this opportunity to reveal this liar. So, of course, now everyone hates Joe, and Mandy gets her little victory, and Abby is betrayed, and Tyler breaks up with her.
You lied to her. You lied to the colony. You lied to me.
But even after all that, Mandy still isn't done with Joe. Her next plot is to rob the school and frame Joe to get her expelled and denied from college. Mean Girls 2. More like, 2 mean girls.
Ooh, kill him! Miss Weatherly may be the spawn of Satan.
Back to her original personality, Joe challenges Mandy.
I challenge you to a football game.
A shame she picked a team sport because all her friends still hate her. But Tyler finds out she returned the money, and Abby finds out that Joe made her entire art portfolio and submitted her college applications? Now that her friends know the proper truth, they show up to help her win the game.
Oh, I don't think it's just me.
After another slideshow, it's time for the big game. But oh no! Principal Duval tells Joe that Mandy's team is filing a lawsuit because she isn't allowed to be on the school property, forcing her to quit the game. But Abby Deus Ex Machinas the reveal that the football field is rented out by the school, meaning that Joe can still play. She just has to leave the change room.
See ya.
I'm only accepting how pointless this problem is because without it, we wouldn't get Tim Meadows encouraging teenage girls to murder each other.
Kill, maim, dismember.
Alright, now here's some highlights from the football game.
We were dead.
Eventually, Hacker Man sends out the video proof that Mandy and her boyfriend Nick stole the money.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3, 4, cut.
They get arrested, everyone celebrates, and Mandy's reign of terror comes to an end. But not before she breaks out of prison to kill Abby. Alright, now before I wrap this up, I want to bring up some things that I actually like. Genuinely, and ironically, of course. I want to shout out these line deliveries.
No groping south of the equator. Or North Creep.
Yeah, 1 week in LA and I'll be a bikini model, reality star, awesome. She's really pretty.
Yeah, she was.
How did that get there?
Tonight is gonna be the perfect night.
Should be. It's costing my dad enough.
Our dad, Tyler.
Joe, I did it. I did it.
Seriously? Who would ever think of something so childish yet brilliant? Except a bunch of mean girls.
She did it! She said the thing! Woo! I love this status update for Mandy and her hilarious tramp stamp that looks like it's drawn on with markers. Okay, check this out. Did you see it? They forgot to move the prop camera out of the shot. I love a mistake like that. That's cinema, baby! Also, Elliot, the hacker kid, my man, he had that riz.
Train in Java and C++. I also have my math club card, hacker membership, journalist pass, and I do a little salsa for the ladies.
Oh!
How can I be of service?
I was clouded by lust.
And Chastity Meyer, the tall plastic, was actually pretty funny.
Then I also heard that she's an exchange student from Russia.
Oh, what did they exchange her for? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I can't go any further.
Happy not your birthday!
Really, Chastity?
Joke. Now who's gonna do my homework and tell me I'm special?
Chastity finally looked up her name and joined the Abstinence Club.
And she served. She served for this country. But yeah, that's Mean Girls 2. For a direct-to-DVD sequel, it's what you expect. Lazy writing, bad jokes, cheap production. But it doesn't really make me angry like other bad movies I've seen. It's just really stupid. And obviously it doesn't hold a candle to the first. Mean Girls 2, out of 10.